Everybody knows and loves the bald-headed talk show host Dr. Phil, and over the course of his career, he's had some ridiculous guests. Here are some of the craziest guests that he has had the pleasure of meeting.
Did you go to the 5th grade?
Everyone remembers Danielle Bregoli, aka the Catch Me Outside girl.
Catch me outside, how about that?
She went viral thanks to her rebellious behavior, weird phrases, and fake street accent. After Danielle gives a smart alecky, poor grammar-filled remark about stealing a car, Phil stares in disbelief before asking her if she went to the 5th grade.
And I pray to God that you don't mean them, because if you do, you, sir, have a black heart.
Pamela believes her ex-husband Pete ran out on their family to be with a massage therapist he met at a couples retreat. She goes on to blame him for the 15-year-old son's suicide. Pete retaliates by saying that Pamela wanted their son dead. When all is said and done between the bickering couple, they get a fiery and destructive speech from Dr. Phil. The host absolutely tears into Pete by calling him reckless and destructive before telling him that he has a black heart.
Well, look at me. Look at me. You don't put words in my mouth.
In this episode, Phil sits down with the couple Paul and Alaska. Alaska has a cuddling business and uses provocative photos to market herself. This has led Paul to worry about her sexual behavior and personal safety. While defending herself, Alaska states that Phil has been insinuating various insulting ideas throughout the interview. In her mind, she thinks Phil believes that she sleeps with the men that she meets. Dr. Phil isn't having any of it and tells Alaska that she shouldn't put words in his mouth before looking her dead in the eyes.
I'm not afraid of you. I'll flat out tell you. Okay?
Phil has no patience for those who mistreat children. That is on full display in this dramatic episode that culminates in Phil accusing Kaylee of a crime.
You are committing a crime. Okay. But you are committing a crime. This is the medical director of DCFS. This is the man that makes that decision.
Kaylee is a dominatrix who gives her 14-year-old daughter alcohol and marijuana and allows her teen to have sex. Phil begins Kaylee's roast rather politely, saying that teenagers cannot give consent under the law and that adults need to monitor their behavior. However, that was just a prelude to the main event, when Phil tells Kaylee about 20 times that she is committing a crime by giving her daughter drugs and permitting her to be physically intimate with other people. Dr. Phil is in complete disbelief at Kaylee's lack of appropriate parenting.
Huh? No, I'm not finished talking to you.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
For those who are unaware, Bum Fights was a film that saw homeless people performing amateur stunts for small amounts of money and alcohol. The film was enormously controversial and has been banned in various countries. A man who bought the film rights, known as the alias Ty Beeson, appeared on Dr. Phil, hilariously dressed as the talk show host. However, his appearance lasted for less than a minute before he was kicked off. Phil didn't want to talk to Ty and promptly had him escorted off the stage by security.
I once was down to 1.3% body fat.
The beautiful vegan messiah.
Sexy Vegan has earned his place in the Dr. Phil Hall of Fame thanks to his eccentric physical appearance and reckless antics. If you haven't heard of him from the episode itself, you've probably seen the PewDiePie video about him or one of the countless other videos talking about this episode. And in this particular episode, his antics are on full display. He sings a little theme song.
I am the beautiful vegan messiah.
Breaks about his sexiness and moonwalks down the aisle before insulting his mother. Dr. Phil doesn't appreciate the way Sexy Vegan was speaking to his mother, so he forcefully tells his guest to stop and actually gives him a chance to listen before kicking him out and apologizing to his audience. As patient as Phil can be, he has very little patience for such behavior.
I'm gonna video this because she's crazy.
I'm the crazy one, you're the one with the red hair.
You're trying to be me! You're trying to be me! Hysterical! Then why did you dye your hair red?
In this episode, Dr. Phil shows a troubling clip of 3 adults bickering at a Little League baseball practice. The adults can be heard calling each other crazy along with some other petty insults. One even says that the other should be punched in the face. Phil in turn brings up the out-of-frame children and literally shakes with anger when screaming,
Are you kidding me?
After some much-deserved roasting, it all ends with a very exasperated Phil leaning back in his chair saying,
Come on.
in a very defeated tone, "This has been our list of some of the most ridiculous guests Dr. Phil has had the pleasure of meeting on his talk show. Did we miss someone? Let us know in the comment section down below. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing top 10 lists.